What's going on, gents? It's your boy John, coming back to you again with another philosophical video. How's it going? I kind of want to take a little break from doing the no-fap stuff because whilst that's good and all, life isn't just about no PMO. Okay, there is something called, life, doing other things other than just focusing on no PMO. But I realized that there's a lot of misinformation out there when it comes to no PMO stuff, and as someone who's been on it pretty damn consistently for the last 11 or so months, I'm a pretty good case study as to showing what and how the process works. But anyway, I'm going to take a little break from that and I'm going to jump right into Jordan Peterson. Now, I'm not going to tell you my opinions on Jordan Peterson because that's a video in and of itself. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think I've really watched enough of him to really get an idea of his philosophy. So I'm going to abstain from telling you my personal opinions on him. All I do know is he's a positive influence for today. He's a positive influence for Western society. He's definitely got some very constructive words to say about young men. His ideas get a bit weird, when he talks about enforced monogamy, and he loves talking about battling chaos. I can see where he's coming from, but at the end of the day, he's got his own dogmatic views on certain things. He is a bit dogmatic because he does think that this is the way things are. This is the way things should be, But anyway, he talks a lot about being a monster. Yeah, being a monster, being dangerous, and he's telling men to be dangerous. You've got to be dangerous. That's what he's saying. He's saying that you've got to be capable of great horror, great damage. You've got to be capable of terror. You are capable of terror. That's the thing. You are capable of terror. You are capable of it. Your worst nightmares, your worst fantasies, and I call them fantasies because they're fantasized in the head. They're not real. But your worst sort of nightmarish scenarios, you could very well do them in real life. There's nothing stopping you apart from your own values and your moral compasses and all that stuff and society. But really, you can do anything you want. You're capable of terror. You're capable of enacting terror towards yourself and your fellow man. And he says you've got to embrace that. Now, he doesn't say go out and fucking murder everyone. But what he's saying is you've got to really embrace the fact that you could do it. And you've got to train that aspect of yourself. Okay, you've got to train that part of you, and you've got to integrate it with your personality in some form. Okay, which means you've got to do something that is training that dangerous part of you. Yeah, on a daily basis, or at least regularly. And this is why I've always respected MMA fighters, because I love it. I love MMA, I love boxing, I love wrestling, I love all the martial arts, because it's like you're fighting someone, and if we lived in like primordial times, you'd be fucking killing each other to the death and there'd be no one stopping you. But you're doing it now. You're both, trained warriors, physically at your peak. You've been training for this event, your entire lives more or less. And you get into the ring and, you beat the other person, but then you shake hands afterwards. You embrace each other. You give respect to your opponent. I really like that, because that is what a gentleman is. That's what a gentleman is. A gentleman is a man who is dangerous, who chooses to be good, chooses to be nice, chooses to be polite, chooses to be social, chooses to be good to people in general. But you've got to be dangerous first. You've got to be dangerous. I knew this about myself for many years, that I was not dangerous. I wasn't capable of being physically aggressive. Now, that's wrong. I was capable of it, but I wasn't embracing it. I was repressing that part of myself. I was really repressing it because of conditioning. Because of the society conditions meant to be little cushioned soy boys. Okay, little cushioned soy boys. Comfort, man. Comfort is what society gives men in abundance. Think about it. Porn, you've got fast food, you've got all the internet that you ever need in your entire life, you've got all sorts of pleasure, you've got Tinder, you've got fucking social media, you've got a laundry list of movies which never end, you know, your attention is constantly being demanded to be thrown into the realm of luxury. Just relax, dude. Be chill, calm, comfort, whatever. Now, you've got to relax, you've got to chill. Like, I'm not saying don't do that. But being immersed in comfort becomes sickly after a while, and this is something that I can attest to. If I don't work out for a few days, I start feeling like shit. My thoughts start spiraling out of control. I start just feeling itchy, like I feel really uneasy. I can't rest, I can't actually relax. But I just worked out, and look at my face, I'm chill as fuck, because I love it. Like, I love working out, because I know what it does for me. But here's the thing, if I don't work out for a few days, I start to dread working out. I start to dread me working out. Why? Because I'm going to be taken out of my comfort zone, because I'm going to be taken out of this sort of comfort, little cozy place that I'm in, you know, the rest day, right, which is a comfortable day at the end of the day. I'm taken out of that comfort, and I'm being thrown into war. I'm being thrown into battle. You know, if I'm dealing with a new weight that I haven't touched before, I'm a bit, you know, self-conscious. I'm a bit like, will I be able to do that? You know, I'm always able to do it because I'm still a noob, right? But it's the mind, it's the games that it plays with you. Peterson's advice works for me, especially. It's going to work for you as well, because when you remove things like PMO, when you remove things like binge eating, when you remove things like waking up late, that's not even removing anything, that's just changing a habit. When you pick up an art or activity which is embracing that shadow part of you, that aggressive part of you, my version is bodybuilding. I definitely want to go into wrestling though, oh yeah. But you know, when you embrace some activity like that, which allows your shadow to be integrated into your personality in a healthy manner, that is very good for you. That's kind of what really makes you a man. And if you want someone to corroborate my little saying, look at Leonard Banks. Leonard Banks, if you go through his videos, I've binged his videos. If you go through his videos, you'll find that he does boxing, he works out. On this journey, especially when you do no PMO, when you remove that vice, there's a lot more testosterone in your body. There's a lot more energy. There's a lot more aggression. That's where your assertiveness comes from, because it's like, it's just so abundant in your body now. You are going to either want to fuck every woman in your town, or you're going to want to kill someone, or some people, right? Because this just gets crazy. You get this aggression. You've kind of got to work out, man, or you've got to find an activity which allows that energy to be pushed into, because it's aggression, dark energy. It's masculine. Masculine energy is dark, dude. Masculine energy is dark. It's strength. It's brute. It's not fair. It's not fair at all. Well, in the sense of, when I say fair, I mean, it basically means that it has no tolerance of bullshit. Like, no tolerance whatsoever, even from like people who may not be able to stand up for themselves. You won't really give a shit, because you'll be like, if you stand on my boundaries, I have no tolerance. No tolerance whatsoever. It's very dark, it's very sinister. And the reason I'm calling it dark and sinister is because I was raised by a single mother. I was raised by a woman who really restricted masculine behavior in the house. So for me, especially, to get into this realm of, you know, lifting weights and wanting to be a warrior, essentially, it's my version of embracing the shadow, embracing the so-called dangerous side of myself. You've got to do that as well. Okay, you've got to do that. That's probably the most important thing you want to do in this journey, because what you're really doing is you're training yourself to be the best version of yourself. You're going to be doing that for the rest of your life, but you're starting off now, and you want to learn and find out physical activities which allow that sort of dark, dangerous energy to be released. Okay, my version is bodybuilding. I like bodybuilding, I like lifting weights, but you can very well do MMA, jiu-jitsu, fucking karate, right? Pilates. Nah, that's not really a martial art, if you get what I mean. But you can pick whatever one you want and just get good at it. Get good at it. and let that be your thing. If you want to find new things, be your own man, right? You can do whatever you want, but just find some sort of sport, activity, martial art, physical thing that allows you to get this masculine energy really, flowing through your veins. Even sprinting, dude, or a long jog is better than nothing, to be honest. Even a walk is better than nothing. A walk's a bit too luxurious for me though. But anyway, man, hope you enjoyed this video. Be dangerous. Jordan Peterson is very right when he talks about danger and being dangerous, being a dangerous man. So yeah, do that indeed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.